Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm on the way up. 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 Been a long, long time coming.
Hey guys, what's up everyone? Welcome back to yet another video from the Apex Predator Billiards Training Club. My name is Apex Elenio, your aspiring Jamaican professional pool player and pool instructor, and welcome back to the channel. A different type of video for you here today. This is actually my third somewhat of a vlogging type video. As you can see, the environment is that I've invited you guys into my bedroom, into my humble abode where I rest my head. And so I find that all of you guys here on the channel are my family. A lot of you guys have found my channel through YouTube Shorts. A few of you guys have found my channel and appreciated my content through my usual platform videos. A lot of you guys have appreciated my ability to use mathematics and improve the consistency, the precision and the accuracy of playing 9-ball using kicking and safety principles. And you know, all of what you guys would like to know about me is on my channel. If this is the first time you are pouncing up on my channel, yes, I am in fact an aspiring professional pool player. I don't feel like I've gotten to the status where I can, you know, claim that title as yet, but I do have professional knowledge. I've done a lot in this game, both for my career and for my pool community. So I'm going to take the title of, you know, being a lower level pool instructor here. So of course, if this is the first time here on the channel and you guys want to know what's gonna be coming up in this video, definitely hit that subscribe button below, turn on your post notification bell, leave some positive questions, comments down below, and of course you can check out all that you need to check out on my channel. You'll find loads of videos behind the scenes and of course while I'm on the table playing my game. All right, so in today's video we are definitely going to be discussing a lot, right? So I want you guys to stay tuned. This is an update. You guys have not been seeing me on the channel. You have seen videos, but they have been reposted videos that I felt like should have gotten a little bit more traction than it should have, than it did. But I felt like, you know, I need to give you guys something fresh. You know, a lot is coming up on the channel. I have a lot inside my head. I have a lot of unedited videos, more than 50-60 unedited videos from last year. So you can stay tuned for that, guys. I am back and I have recently gotten the motivation that I need to really get back on track. I will talk to you about that later in the video and give you a more up close personal dive into, you know, what the motivation that I needed. I do have some talking points here in my little book right here because a lot's gonna be happening in the next half an hour, so stay tuned with me, guys. And like I said, just show some love by joining my community of about 5,500 subscribers. Let's try to at least get the channel to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the year. All right, so let's get right into today's video. All right, guys, so as you can see here, I have invited you here in my humble abode, and you know, like I said before, you guys are amazing. You know, today, after 3 years of trying to grow the channel with limited or no equipments, limited or no support, you know, I've been motivated to do YouTube videos for you and for myself through the love of the game. It starting out this channel, it never started with the intention of me making money on YouTube. I do make a small income based on the accumulation of views and ad revenue, but I don't necessarily do my videos for the purpose of making money. It is definitely through the love of the sport and just sharing my knowledge that I've garnered over the past 10 plus years being in this game as an upcoming player. I'm a self-taught pool player. I've spent a lot of money, I've spent a lot of time learning the game. I've bought books, DVDs. Of course, my motivation is from Dr. Dave Billiards. Of course, earlier in my career when I started to play, then I met up on Tor Lori. That has been instrumental in terms of one of the most difficult parts of the game. I've advanced on the skills that I've garnered from Tor Lori, and I've ventured off into creating a lot of stuff on my own that I can surely tell you I have searched all over YouTube and I've not found some of the things that I have released here on my channel for you. So what has been happening? Where have I been? What's been going on? Am I gonna come back to pool? A lot of questions I know that you guys may have. First of all, you can follow me on all social media platforms. Instagram, all the links is provided down below. Instagram, you can follow me on TikTok. Most of those other platforms where you'll see a character outside of just me being the professional. So on my TikTok, I'll post like a lot of behind the scenes of what goes on in the pool arena around Jamaica. On my Instagram, I'll post like shorts of videos that are coming up. On my YouTube shorts, you'll find also some of the repetitive behind the scenes as well. But on my main page here, on my main homepage, you'll find where I put out some professional videos where I'm walking you through my thought process of how I go about running out racks and assessing and just improving and developing as a player here. So you might be asking, where have I been? Well, my last production was in fact a compilation of my 2024 season. You should see the thumbnail here on the screen. There you have it on the screen here. That shows you part 1 and part 1, part 2 and part 3 of my 2024 season. In fact, there's a lot more that I should have actually posted, but I just felt like it was enough. It was, for me, a fantastic year. A fantastic year in terms of my promotion, in terms of my videos, in terms of how I, the amount of videos that I produced. I could not believe when YouTube sent me my yearly analytics to say that you produced more than 1,000 videos over the past year that you've been doing videos. It's crazy. Well, 300 videos in 2024, including shorts and long version videos, but overall I've gone more than 1,100 videos on YouTube. That is insane, with limited or no support here on the channel. But like I said, I do this for the love. So where have I been? I've been around, not doing much in terms of pool. I've been focusing, I've shifted my focus for the latter half of 2024 leading into 2025. I've shifted my focus away from dedicating myself to pool and started to dedicate myself to my career. I am a mathematics instructor, for those of you who do not know. Some of you guys might have picked up on it because of the type of contents that I do here on my channel. You will find that majority of the time I approach the game from a mathematical perspective. So for those of you who want to confirm, yes, it is that I am a mathematics instructor for well, say grade 12, grade 11. It's a little bit different in terms of the educational system here in Jamaica, but as long as you are doing from 9th grade and up, that's the kind of math that I teach. So I kind of had to shift my focus a little bit and get that in line. I also had to, kind of change my focus a little bit when it comes to my finances, my personal life, just going out to tournaments and not having the proper accessories. And, it was just, I needed a little bit of adjustment in terms of my personal life. So I decided to take myself away from the pool scene here in Jamaica, just isolate myself, remove myself from the media, just kind of just stay away and just focus on improving myself. Have I completed that mission? I'm still in the process of, getting everything aligned, but I am here now and I am back. It's gonna take a while for me to get back on top form because I've been a little bit shaky, so to speak, when it comes to, pool. And it's even worse now because I've now transitioned from these cues that I've been using. This is a champion, it's a set, it's a break jump cue and a champion playing cue that I've been using for the better half of 5 years. Love these cues. They've done me a lot of justice. I've had a lot of victories, I've had a lot of failures with them, but they're in pretty good condition, see me. But it's time to level up, and you should look out for part 2 or maybe part 3 of this video, where I'm going to be talking to you about what's in my case. As you can see here, maybe you can't see, I have a surprise for you here, guys. So I have some new equipments, and for those of you guys who know anything about pool, you know that new equipment will make you look very silly, completely silly. I may have made a few mistakes when I was ordering my cues as well, because I am so used to the Canadian maple shaft, board shaft, and now I've upgraded to carbon fiber playing cue, carbon fiber break cue, carbon fiber jump cue. It's a whole different feel, but we'll talk about that in what's in my case video. So in a nutshell, that's pretty much what's happening. It's just pretty much a shift in transition of, you know, focusing entirely on pool. Also, I've got myself into a more committed relationship, you know, so that also takes away time from pool as well. So, you know, just getting everything in order. So that's pretty much where I've been. But if you guys would like to take a look at what has been going on since back in 2024, you can check out some of my behind the scenes on TikTok, on Instagram. I've still been, you know, knocking the balls around, you know, beating up a few players here or there. In fact, when I stopped to think about it, my last competitive match was sometime in February, maybe there about, or January, and I was winning. You know, I was winning. I exited and went into a mini retirement on a good note, but I don't have those recordings. But nevertheless, guys, that's what has been happening. So another question that I'm going to be answering is questions that has been asked by local players. Why have you stopped playing pool competitively? A lot of factors contributes to why I stopped playing. Like I said, life is one of them, finances is one of them. I had to get those in order, but of course, most importantly, I felt like my game, based on the knowledge that I have and the environmental condition that I'm surrounded by, the players that I'm surrounded by, I needed better equipment, and I didn't have the finances to get it. And I was blessed enough to be provided with the finances to get myself a little bit better equipment. Maybe not the ones that you guys are like, that is running the place right now in terms of the Predator or the Lucasi or the Predator cues. I'm not so educated about the types of equipments that are running, but I did find myself a few good equipments that will definitely level up my game a little bit. So we're going to talk about that later on. Also, one of the things that kind of discouraged me in terms of playing pool was the environment, the types of players. All right, and this is in no way, shape, or form a direct disrespect or throwing shades at anybody that's around me, but my environment for playing pool, based on my specific location, I have very limited players that will drive me to doing what I need to do. My channel was built mainly around my ability to study the rails and the kicking and the banking and stuff. 9-ball pool is where my mindset is at, but I'm surrounded by players where it's an automatic thing for them to get up, and if you want to play a rack of pool, it's going to be a rack of 8-ball. So I felt a bit stifled. You know, that's just the game that they love, that's the game that they play. So for me, I am, you know, I have one player around me that will play 9-ball excessively, but they easily get tired of the game, and so, you know, they start to look at the game as being a luck game, and you know, it just kind of gets to me, and so I just felt like I just needed to just take myself away from a lot of things. I just feel like 8 ball is a game, it's a beautiful game. All right, it's a beautiful game. It's a game that I grew up playing, but 9 ball is a game that has been taking over the world. Matchroom pool really brought 9 ball pool to the map, and it's beyond my comprehension as to why players around me are not taking on to 9 ball. It's insane. So that was one of the biggest factor that contributed to why I took myself away from pool. Also, I have to attribute the fact that I have not been the most successful player when it comes to winning tournaments. That's also something that I lacked. I felt like I was getting there. You know, I had a few wins last year. Every time that I went out onto the circuit, I would place in the top 8. Right, so I had a few successes last year, but I felt like there was just something missing. You know, I'm a very emotional player, so I'm affected by my environment as well. A lot of the players that are around me sometimes can be very discouraging with their comments as well. I don't say it a lot, but it's very discouraging when you have to be around players who, you know, will see you trying to make a progress in the right direction, and they will try to deter you from, you know, going there. But we're going to keep it positive. We're not going to talk about all those other factors or those persons who don't mean me well. I mean myself well. You guys mean me well. So we're going to stay on that path here. So that's why I haven't been playing pool competitively. Environment, life itself, finances, and of course lack of growth in my environment. So I'm just going to have to just really create a subset, a world within the world, an environment within the environment where I can just thrive on my own successes and stuff. So am I going to return to competitive pool? I'm not going to put pool down. Pool has been a part of my life for the better half of 10 years. I am 33 years of age at the moment. I sometimes question myself, does it make sense to take pool up now and play it seriously? That's still a question that I'm going to have to answer. But how far can I reach? Let me know in the comments. Would you take up pool seriously? I mean, at the end of the day, one of my biggest dreams is to really meet Shane Van Boning or those top professionals and to just play a few games with them. You know, I just don't know where this game can bring me. It has brought me a lot of it has brought me a lot. You know, I can't talk about everything that this game, but it's a beautiful game. I feel like I've contributed a lot to the pool community. I have a lot of contents produced and contents to come, things that I can tell you 100% certain they are very uncommon, but they're stuff that you guys see the professionals doing and you never stop to ask the question why. That's the approach that I take towards the game. The pros are doing it, but how are they doing it? And that's the things that I produce here on the channel. So stay tuned, a lot is coming up on the channel. And of course, I'm not going to take too long with you here, guys. What is coming up? That's most important. So we talked about what has happened. We talked about what is happening right now. But what is coming up, guys? I have a big surprise for you all. Big surprise. And I can't reveal the conversation, but trust me when I tell you that I produced a video. I don't know what video it is, but I received an email from a Chinese company known as Bizhu Carbon Fiber Pool Cues, a company in China. I don't know the location, but the gentleman stated this. And as you can see there, the gentleman pretty much was impressed by a video that I did. I need to ask him what video it was, but they reached out to me and we've had a conversation for the better half of 3 months. They were launching their company, obviously, and they decided to have me become a part of helping them to produce your new carbon fiber. So more details to come on that. That cue has actually been shipped to me. So it has been shipped to me along with my new cues that I've bought as well. So that cue has been shipped to me. It's here in Jamaica, but it has not yet been in my hand. So as soon as that is in my hand, I may do a video separately with the queue, talking about the pricing, talking about the production of the queue, and just giving you more information about it once we finish our dealings with Bizu Carbon Fiber Company. That's a big deal. This is my first affiliation with pool pool companies outside of my country, and this is a big accomplishment, pardon me guys. This is a big accomplishment for me, because never in my wildest dreams did I think that I was going to produce a video that would attract someone outside of Jamaica. It is insane for me. It never crossed my mind. For me, when I'm doing videos, it was all about just doing it for the love. And so great news there. So new deal coming out. The links will be available once I do a few shots with the queue. I will let you guys know how it feel, how it's produced. But I'm sure they say they have a lot of trust in the queues, so let's see what that is all about, and we'll talk about that. Also guys, like I said, I have so many unedited videos to produce. It is insane the amount of videos that I've produced, and I've lost the motivation. That's the sad part about all of this, is that I literally was just discouraged. I felt like I wanted to stop playing pool competitively completely. Like I wanted to stop, and I just felt like I've done a lot, and to do this much. If you guys have been traveling with me from year one, when I had an iPhone 6 and I had to send the videos from one device to the next, it is insane how you guys would have seen my transition and my growth, and just how I was able to get to this level. It's insane. So I felt like giving up is not an option. So we're going to find back that motivation, and we're going to get back on track and start to produce more content. So like I said, a lot of contents are going to be coming out. The content that you're going to be seeing in the coming weeks, months, leading up to the end of the year, are going to be mainly videos from last year, but they are videos that have valuable information that I want to share with you. So that's also coming up. I have some new systems as well. I want you guys to definitely check out a couple of videos that I produced a few months ago. 3 cushion billiard safety. You should see the thumbnail here on the screen, so you should get an idea of what it is that I'm talking about. Check that video out as well. I've also done how to break out object balls on the rails from a full table. I've also done how to break out object balls using half ball hit, and how to predict the cue ball's path coming off a half table. I also have extended versions of these videos. They're already shot, but they're not edited. And like I said guys, it is going to be, I'm so very excited to do all of this, but I do have a lot. There's a lot that I have also going on in the background for me as well, because I can't really tell you everything. But going to school, going to work, producing pool videos, having 2 channels. In fact, I need to also let you know, I want to start over. I want to create a safe space for young upcoming players as well. So I will leave a link to my new channel down below, right? It has been there for a while, but I've never really produced any videos on it. So check that video out, check that channel out guys. Subscribe. I think I have less than 100 subscribers. Check that channel out. I'm going to be producing only but basic fundamental principles of how to improve your game to the next level. Basic stuff only will be on that channel. On this channel, it will just feature me traveling, doing vlogging, playing matches with some of the best players here in Jamaica. And I have to say thumbs up and shout out to a few players also in the pool Jamaica community. Raymar Jarrett, thumbs up. Proud of your achievements all of the past 5 years. Nambi Reed, Kingfish, who is my mentor. Maximum respect to you, sir. You haven't seen me for a while, but I've been around, so thumbs up to you. You have impacted my pool career a lot. I want to give big shout out to Sunil Newman, one of the big owners, one of the owners of Top Strikers pool community. He has also definitely gave me some positive words in terms of my game. There's just so many players here in Jamaica. Those are just the players that come to mind. I also want to give a big shout out to my teammate as well, Shane Green. Want to give big shout out to Oreen Roden, aka Spades. There's just a lot of players that I have in and around my circle that, you know, sees my potential, always give me a positive word, encourages me to continue producing videos. They've always told me that I'm going to be an icon one day, I'm going to do something big for the sport, and I'm hoping that I can, and I'm hoping that I will, you know, with the motivation that I need. So crazy stuff coming up, guys, crazy stuff coming up. So new systems coming out. Ooh, wow. Also, I have to say that another factor that really, you know, kind of dampened my motivation was the fact that I do not have a table for myself. So I have to leave my home, I have to go out into the public, and of course, when you go out into the public, you don't get a table for yourself. You have to go out early and do your thing. It's absolutely insane, guys, what I have to do to really get this thing out there. So I pretty much, that's just what has been happening in my life. I know it has been a lot of talking, but guys, when I tell you I am back better than ever, and so I am just going to, you know, just hope that I can continue and improve and try to produce at least a video or two every week, or at least 4 videos per month, videos with quality and substance. All right, if you guys have any other questions in the comments, just leave them down in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer your questions. I'm happy to share links to anything that you guys may be having problems with. Like I said, I have a lot of professional knowledge in terms of the game. I can share insights with you. I can share links of older videos that I've done to help you with your game. But for now, this is where we're at. So I felt like this video was needed. I haven't left out anything, like I said, guys, coming up on the channel. As soon as the cue lands in my hand from the Bizu carbon fiber company, then I will update you guys on that carbon fiber cue. But in my next video, we're going to be talking about what is in my case. In fact, we're going to talk about what was in my case, and you guys are going to be incredibly appalled as to how was I able to survive playing pool using just these 2 equipments. Insane. Pretty good cues, but they have done their time, and it's now time to level up. And so also, guys, I want to ask you guys some tips and advice as well. What are some changes that you guys have made? I know that you guys are more exposed than I am in terms of the quality of equipments overseas, you know, but some tips and advice that you guys have in terms of adjusting to the carbon fiber. This is my first time using a carbon fiber cue. It's a whole different feel. It's absolutely a whole different feel. It requires a different stroke. Everything just feels different. My cues are a little bit heavy as well, so I think that also contributes to why I haven't, you know, I knock a few games. I've not played 20 games. I've not played a match, nor have I played anything competitive with my cues. They landed a few days ago, so I haven't really gotten any time to really settle down. But I have a few drills that will really test what I need to do and make my adjustments. So hopefully I get the time to do that and share that training session with you. All right. Oh yeah, thumbs up to Niels Fine as well. I can't leave that gentleman out. He has also contributed significantly to my game. So without further ado, if I have forgotten any of you guys, trust and believe you're in my mind, but just not immediately coming to my mind right now. Also, all my top commenters: Mike Billiards, Geo Blue, Naval Ball Blue, something of that sort. Geo Blue, always commenting on the channel. Mike Billiards, all the other guys that have always commented on my channel. I really appreciate you guys. You don't know how much each of your comments means to me. All right. And here's a fun fact. I've never gotten a comment. I don't even want to say a positive or a negative, but I've never gotten a comment on my channel from a Jamaican pool player. Yeah, for 3 years I've been doing pool videos, and no one in my circle or no one outside of our suburban area of where I play pool has commented and say, Apex, you're doing a great job, thumbs up to you. Never, not once. They may have the comments in their mind, but they've never said it to me. But I am thankful that my words can reach to you guys out there, and you guys can see the potential that I have. So I hope to see you guys soon and very soon. I'm working a lot of things to get close to you, and I'm hoping that I can make an impact not only here locally but also internationally before I lay these cues to rest. So until next time, I'll see you in my next video, guys. Stay tuned, thumbs up. I really appreciate you guys. It's a heart of love, and I just thank you for just being there and remaining consistent with me. So thumbs up to you guys. Take care. See you in the next video. Bye.